Hi everybody, it's Raven, and this is for entertainment purposes only, and everything's allegedly, so I will try to remember that as I go through. I know this is backwards. I gotta figure out how to do the flipping with my phone. I can do it on my laptop, but for some reason with the video on my phone, I can't get it to flip or mirror. There's a couple things I wanted to look at today, and I might split this into two videos because I don't want it to be too long, so we'll see if I can fit everything in one video. I wanted to look at Howard Lutnick's testimony in Congress. And I know a lot of people are reading on it, and Pam Bondi, but there's something about it to me that kept kind of kept bugging me as I'm listening to some of the other amazing readers on it. And I just want to look at it. So I'm going to start with the true crime deck. So let's start with, I'm just going to kind of throw out there that the Congress testimony. Let's look at Howard Lutnick first. And I really want to know, is he going to fall on his sword over this? Or is this going to come unraveled so much that he kind of has to cave even a little bit? Because I will say one thing about him, at least my mic, hopefully there. He didn't pull what Pam Bondi did, right? He actually answered questions, and I'm not giving this guy any credit. Okay, let's just make sure that's very clear. But he did answer the questions, kind of like did the, oh yeah, we had lunch. It's only because we were already on a boat. We were right there. There's something about that is not sitting well with me. So first thing I want to look at is Howard Lutnick going to stick to the story and hope that everything that, the things that didn't make sense, with his story kind of get overwritten with everything else happening, right? Now we've got Pam Bondi we're talking about. Hate even having her name in my mouth. But Howard, okay, we got a couple that fell out here. I got desert and tunnel. Yeah, I think he's going to keep tunnel vision. He's going to stay tunnel visioned, sticking to his story. Because he has a lot to lose, and he doesn't want to be out in the desert, right, as the sacrificial, well, in this case, camel instead of lamb. All of a sudden, my nose really itches. Yeah, he's going to stick to his story. Doesn't matter if there was inconsistencies. He's going to play it off like a hee, kind of thing. I'm getting his crimes are not in the ring, right? He's association is the issue with Epstein, but his crimes are not with the ring. But he has enough crimes that he could be buried for them, and buried someplace no one would find him. That's what I'm getting with that. So he is going to stick with. Yep, I'm not getting any other flyers. Okay. I want to look at Pam Bondi because I keep getting the word blackmail around her. And I know that seems like, everyone's blackmailed, but we've all seen her as going along for the power, the money, the influence, the title, just more of a corrupt person. I think there's something else. I think there's something deeper. And she just played the role, in Congress. It was all, prefabricated. If they ask for this, I'm going to do this. I just really feel that. I really do. Let's see. I feel like there's supposed to be a couple more. Yeah, I'm going to look at this one. So that was the True Crime deck. This is the Illuminati Oracle, which I like to use for government things or any kind of institution. It's kind of a whole deck clarifier for the Hierophant, to me. Okay, Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi. What do we need to know about Pam Bondi? Okay, you know, I'm looking at these cards we've got. So I got Road, which this is telling me that for her, it's a long road. Like she's in it for the long haul. And then I also got Child. Like she really doesn't care that this is what she's hurting, is everybody's, the victims, the survivors, the survivors. You know, we all have that like inner child, and that the fact that there's still children being abused today. She's in it for the long haul. Although sometimes she feels strangled by the job. No sympathy here, but that is just what I get. Is there some kind of blackmail with her? Because I feel like there is. Maybe it's the fact that she was complicit in a lot of the sweetheart deals, and you know that could be exposed. It feels deeper and ickier than that. It feels way deeper and ickier than that. I'm going to go back to the True Crime because all of a sudden I got this overwhelming ick that just... Oh, let's see. What is that deeper? Oh, jeez. Okay, on the Illuminati Oracle, I got fake alien invasion, and this isn't so literal. What I got from this is that the fakeness is going to continue, right? The fake invasion. We're going to keep faking the invasion of, you know, illegal people. Oh, that is really literal. First, I'm thinking extraterrestrial alien, but yes, fake it. They're going to keep doing that. They want to keep that in the forefront. That's a distraction. And this one is stocking up, which normally would be kind of a prepper kind of card. Stocking up is about expecting the worst, but ensuring that you can meet the moment with calm confidence. Let preparation be ready. This is us being prepared, you know, really recognizing the fakeness and everything, which most of us do, right? Those who are going to do. Now, when I look at the deeper meaning of why I felt the ick, I got accomplice, partner in crime. Absolutely. Accident. Things are not accidents, as she has been complicit in covering up accidents, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And then being able to distance herself, run away, being able to distance herself from it. So she's not directly associated with the inner workings of the ring. And I don't get that she was part of that, but it feels like when she was part of the Florida Attorney General's office, there was some kind of meeting or get together that they obtained some kind of blackmail somehow. Oh, help me with this message. It's like right there. I'm surprised it's not coming out in that deck. We'll try this one. What is that? It's almost like a setup. Like they set her up to be part of something, be part of it. And then used her position to help them. And it doesn't feel like that's enough for her to be doing what she's doing. I do think the number one thing is the power, the influence, the money, the power wielding is what really, really comes to me. Yeah, I'm not getting anything on that, but I do think there was something about her, some kind of meeting. It looks like Epstein, could have been Bannon. And they got her on video, they got her on tape, saying something, agreeing to something. Oh, maybe that was it. It wasn't so much a setup like with a person, like an underage person or anything like that. I think they got her to admit the quiet stuff out loud and have that on her. But again, I still feel, oh, the tower. The tower, it's all going to come crashing down on her because that is still out there. That information is still out there. And I don't think she has her hands on it. I don't think she does. Ooh, sun, it's going to be illuminated. That is 2 major arcana on this particular topic. Yeah, it's going to come crashing down and the light is going to shine. I think we're going to find out that there's a recording of her agreeing to be lenient, to the nicest way I could say it. Kind of survivors be damned. She didn't care anything about those women or men. So I got the Fool card, and she thinks she's on this path, but really the way I'm interpreting this is the Fool stepping off the ledge. That's 3 major arcana just on her. Wow. And 8 of Swords, feeling trapped. She is going to feel trapped. Oh, I love it. She has been such an accomplice. She's been such an accomplice. I can't say the word, accomplice, and complicit, and so much. I think there have been times behind the scenes where it does make her feel sick, but not enough for her to do the right thing. Like she's convinced herself, like, you know how you put up a block when you want to block out something that's icky and you're like, okay, I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist. You know, just like those survivors have probably had times in their life where they're like, okay, I'm going to pretend it didn't happen and then move on. It doesn't work that way. And she's trying to do that in this case. Oh, 7 of Swords. She is carrying a heavy burden, as she should. And the Magician. I feel like this goes with the Tower. The Tower, the falling down, is going to use every tool in its armory to bring it out and come after her. Question is, what causes that? What causes that let's get clarifier on the Tower. See if we can get a what causes that. I did hear midterms. King of Cups, a new Speaker of the House. An actually benevolent, caring Speaker of the House. I think that's the what. So I'm guessing, I'm going with midterms on this one. 2 of Cups. Trying to restore balance. Trying to bring some empathy back. That's this new Speaker. It feels like the Speaker of the House. Is it Speaker of the House? Yeah, that's what it feels like. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so we are going to see. Oh, 4 of Swords. Now that normally is kind of a forced time out, take a rest, but in this particular case, it can also mean like a mini death, right? You've got 4 of Swords stuck inside a body. I mean, you can't get... A lot of people, some people believe that the 4 of Swords is more of an actual death card versus the death card itself, which is about transformation. Wow. Okay, I think that's about pretty straightforward. Yep, Howard Lutnick is going to fall on his sword over this. He is going to stay on the long road, or, tunnel visioned. That's what I got for him. And, well, and Bondi, just despicable human being. Ew. Just ew. That is what I have to say to that. Okay. What else do we want to look at? I'm looking to see how long this has been. You know what? This is probably long enough. I know some people like a good 12, 15-minute video. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. And I would love your questions, comments, what you picked up, because a lot of times you can get something completely different from a card than I get. And I would love to know what you get. So thank you so much. And I will be back with another video.